This is the Distracted and Disorderly podcast. I'm Chris, and this is Kayla.
This is Kayla.
We're just fucking idiots.
This
Let's
is
go.
You're welcome.
Sprinkles.
The sparkles. When you have like fireworks in your foot or like stars in there.
It just, I thought it was just what? So you fell asleep. It's pins and needles.
You have sparkles in your
static.
foot.
It's got a little static going on.
Static?
Yeah, like white noise on a TV when it's just psh. That's literally what my leg feels like when I poop for too long. Just
when you
static.
poop for too long?
Yeah, it's a man thing.
What does that mean?
It's a man thing. It means you sit on the toilet for too long and your fucking leg goes numb. Psh.
Why is your leg going numb if you're just sitting down like with your feet? Like you're not crossing your legs to shit.
I sit on my legs.
Huh?
I sit, what is it? Crisscross applesauce. That's not how you poop?
I feel like you're not at like a powwow, so you don't really need to do that.
I don't know if I'd use the term powwow. Welcome back to Distracted
I
and
could use
Disorderly,
the term powwow.
folks.
Ever been to a powwow?
Back.
You're a racist bitch!
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I've ruined the recording already.
Back.
Your hair looks especially flat today.
What do you mean? It's not. What are you talking about?
It's a little whoop.
I know. I'm letting it grow a little bit. I'm letting it have a little bit of something. How you doing?
Put it the other way.
How you doing? I don't like it. It doesn't feel natural. Now I just happen to be Eastern European.
You know what I think you need to do, and I hope that the listeners can attest to this.
What?
I hope that you know how people do skits on TikTok, and it's like they're the best TikToks.
Yeah.
I don't know why you don't do a skit with like an alternate personality with your hair like that. Like come up with skits.
No, because I gotta do a voice and it'll instantly be like.
Let's hear what the voice would be. No, gotta do the hair. Go for it.
I can't.
I'm already. It's. You gotta try it now.
I'm not doing that because I'm not prepared to make a voice. I don't have any voices. I'd have to work on it. It's just gonna come off hacky.
Who fucking cares? We're on the podcast.
Yeah, we are on the podcast, and we don't want to ruin it with bad impersonations of bad people from Chris.
You don't think that you could do it?
I don't think I could do a voice right now.
I feel like you do a voice every day as soon as I walk in the morning.
That's true. All right, your new thing is hello.
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 Hello. Or like who is the chubby guy on, is it Frozen?
Don't know.
Oh. Never mind. Don't know his name. Haven't seen it enough.
Frozen? So why'd you bring it up?
Because his voice always gets me. I'm like, how do you... It's so high-pitched, but it sounds kind of aggressive, but sweet. I don't know how to explain it.
I'm in the minority. I've not seen that movie. I've seen clips of, like, the snowman there, Olaf, from the movie, but I haven't seen the movie. What?
Moving on.
What did I do? What did I do wrong?
Moving on.
So you're refreshed and rejuvenated. A little bit.
Oh, had to be. Took me longer than it should have, but after going on vacation and being tired as fuck from traveling, if I didn't put makeup on, you guys would be like, is she sick? And yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. But it's fine.
Thank God we're not, you know what? We're not in the same room, so that's good, because you cannot pass that on. Although I probably look sick. I look like I guess I'm like, I smoke.
You're just high as fuck. What are you talking about?
Fuck, dude.
Stop, you're gonna create more wrinkles!
Fuck, dude.
You already look like a zombie now.
Do
Stop.
you think if I did this long enough, I
don't know if it's a good look for you.
What if I got the lift though? What if I got that? What is it? They do that the points?
It's just by your temples they pull up.
Hey, I'm
you don't
young
need
again.
The other two fingers.
Hey.
I don't think anybody needed to see that. If you guys are on YouTube, so sorry.
Sorry if you hang on, let me fix this because you said it was flat.
There you go. Now it just looks like there's parts in every finger piece that you
like that? I kind of like that look. The little finger piece part poke. What?
Start over. What? Like you knew you fucked up.
Listen,
So how was it while I was gone? The most interesting?
No, it's pretty regular, pretty normal stuff. Pretty normal stuff. We had a stream. We streamed without you, but you know what? Your Pop Dukes joined the stream. Go check that out. That was a good time at CKRiffs on
Pop
Twitch.
Duke. That's a
Pod
word I haven't heard him
Dukes. Pod
refer
Dukes.
to.
You see him? What is it? Cleveland Racing
Yeah, something.
on
How many
Fortnite?
numbers?
Yeah, something
I
like
could scream to him, but then he'd come back and, you know.
Dad! Dad!
I
Oh
can
my
do
god.
that, but I might hurt the listeners' ears. I already screamed once early.
No, you gotta stay back away. When you can't be on like up here and then scream from here. You gotta back up and
I like how you're like this on your mic and
I have
mine
to be
is
like
like
this.
arm's length away.
My mic picks up all sorts of ranges and frequencies. It's a vocal mic. It's a it's a condenser mic. So it's
Wow.
meant for that.
You're boring the people. Nobody cares.
What kind of mic do you have?
Anyways, nobody cares.
HyperX RGB. It turns 17 different colors.
No, mine is way less cool than that. Way less cool. Nobody cares what
Come on,
mic I
let's
have.
talk
It's like
gear. Let's talk
it's
gear. What do you got?
I don't want to talk gear. It sucks. I want to tell Karen stories that happened while I was traveling.
You got Karen stories.
Oh yeah.
I damn near was a Karen at least 17 times over the last 4 days.
Okay, wait. Now I want to hear this.
No,
What does
I'm
that
just
mean?
thinking offhand.
So you have some stories.
No, I have nothing interesting to say. That's just my normal day to day. When I go to Chipotle and they're out of veggies, I like for a brief moment I think about losing my shit completely, and then I get over it, and then I just order the rest of my bowl and I go.
Glad you don't have your LTC. He's like, no veggies, bitch.
I end up kidnapping 7 employees. We're going to get veggies.
You're paying.
So let us hear it. What happened? It's got to be an airplane story because it's a Karen story and you traveled.
Oh, it is. But I'm gonna.
Spoiler alert,
on the
folks. I
air-
heard this earlier. This is great. This is great.
Well, on the way there was interesting people, and I'll never forget the people trying to go to where I was going. And then, oh, wait, I think I could say it now. Myrtle Beach. I went to Myrtle to visit a friend, and so as we're flying out
Go.
of Myrtle, it was just I don't understand how people can be this she wasn't even oblivious. She did it on purpose. So I don't even know what to call it. So like uppity, so fucking I'm better than you. It
Self-righteous.
blows me away that people are like that at all. So on the flight from Myrtle to where I'm at, we were supposed to just everything went smoothly. We got there 2 hours early. We had time to get drinks. Like we got Starbucks, then we had Chick-fil-A, quick shit in there, in and out, whatever. And then
Took a quick shit at Chick-fil-A.
no, quick shit, like quick, you know what I mean, fucking asshole bitch. So
I don't know. That's all right.
you think I was constipated like the whole time, so
My
I don't think I was
pleasure.
taking a quick shit.
It's our pleasure to let you use our bathroom. My pleasure.
That's not what happened. But anyways, so we got on the flight. Everything seemed like it was going good, but we were like sitting in the plane abnormally long after they closed all the doors, did everything, went through the procedure of showing us like, oh, is your seatbelt and the life thing and the mouth fucking breathing thing, whatever. If we die, whatever that happened. And we were sitting there. I know we were sitting there forever after that had happened. And then the pilot gets on and he goes, hey, so we're having some engine problems. Like the engine doesn't seem to be working correctly. We're going to have to get maintenance to check it out, blah, blah, blah. So everyone was like, remain seated, just we're going to have to wait it out. And it was like an hour for all of that to get through, whatever. Like they had the paperwork done, everything else done. So everyone is a little frustrated already. And I was like, okay, well, all of these people are, and they look a little cranky, whatever. I pull out a book. The whole thing was good. I got to read for like 2.5 hours or however long it fucking took to get us back. And then everything was good. It was fine. And then we land and everyone is like, they got to be rushing. I was assuming like people are taking buses where they're going. People are taking fucking Ubers, whatever the fuck they're doing. I don't care. But there was this one lady in particular. She was a minority. And there was, by the way, so many people stood up in front of her grabbing their luggage already when we were like set to unbuckle. And the woman next to me is an older white woman. We're going to call her Karen. Karen is
Quran.
immediately bothered by this woman standing up next to her in the other aisles because it was 3 seats on one side, 3 seats on the other side. It was a huge commercial plane. So, or passenger, I don't even know what the fuck. Anyways, this woman stands up, she's grabbing her shit, and immediately I feel someone tapping on my arm. She was like, "You know what my biggest pet peeve is?" And I was like, okay, let me just, I'm clearly reading, but okay, let me just, what do you have to say? What is so interesting? So she's like, well, I read articles and I look on Facebook and I also, like keep track of things online and whatever. And it's not just me. It is a huge pet peeve when people stand up when they're not instructed to after we unbuckle and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, the fuck? So then she looks over at this lady next to her after she says that, rolls her eyes, and is just like scrolling through her phone like this with her open pocketbook fucking phone, and she just starts scrolling. And then the lady,
She got that generic leather case.
all of them, all of the Karens, bro. So this lady heard her, and I was like, she's just gonna let it be. She's gonna be the bigger person. She's just gonna let it go over her shoulder and be like, this lady's not worth it. Nope. Nope, she's not. She's not gonna let it go. She's like, I'm sorry if I was bothering you, but I'm actually about to miss my bus, and I was checking my ticket, and I wanted to get my stuff so I could get out of the way. I didn't want to have to reach over the other people in my seats and grab my stuff, so I figured I'd grab it now and just be good. And then the Karen's like, yeah, whatever. You're just pathetic and blah, blah, and just saying like mean things to this woman. There's so many other people standing up. So she's like, pointed this person out. And I was like, oh my God. And she was like, I do this stuff all the time. And it's just like, people are just so, like, they have no etiquette. And I was like, so I'm sitting there. I'm like, yeah, okay, lady. Yeah, I'm trying to just mind my
Slowly
business.
distancing yourself from her.
Yeah, and then she kept trying to like bring me in to agree with her, and I was just like, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, I don't. And so Michaela sitting next to me, she closed her book to kind of see what was going on because she wanted to hear this because it was fucking hilarious. Like, shut up and mind your business. Just like if what is she doing that bothers you? What are you doing? If you have etiquette and you're not worried about standing up, sit there and wait until it's our turn to get off in our row. Just shut up. Just shut up. And this poor lady starts like, you could clearly see that it's bothering her. She's getting like emotional about the fact that this Karen had said something to her. So another old lady in front of her got up and was like, it's okay, hon. Everyone's a little frustrated. I'm sure there's other people besides you that are like,
Well, she's
going through the
waiting to
same
be like the next
situation.
viral YouTube video of a plane freak out. She's like, I don't want to be in this. I don't want to be part
Yeah.
of this.
But she was like, the older lady was like, you're not bothering anybody. Nobody else is bothered. You're fine. Do what you got to do and you'll figure it out. And then the lady next to me is like, oh my God, people. Like they're getting mad at the older woman who is not her, but around her age is being like, honey, it's okay, like comforting her. And this woman next to me, at first, by the way, when we first sat on the plane before we lifted off, I'm sitting there and she's like, oh yeah, like the engine stuff happens, like it's not a big deal. She seemed fine at first, and then as soon as somebody not of her liking stood up, she was like, pathetic. You're just ugh. And I was like,
Just want
oh my
everything
God.
handed to you. That's all you want. Everything handed to you. You think everybody owes you something. You think you could stand up.
Yeah,
You think
this
you're
woman
allowed to
was like,
stand
I'm
up.
flying Spirit and I'm getting a bus home. And this lady's like, I have Uber Black for a reason. I was prepared. And I'm like,
Uber, what the fuck is Uber Black? I'm poor
I
enough
don't
not
know.
to know.
She was like, honey, just in case you need to know, Uber went down a couple dollars if you need it. And I was like, all set. Leave me like fuck off. I don't what it was, but it was, I don't know, dude. It was just so, I was like, I wasn't expecting. I should have recorded it. That would have been funny, right?
You should have been like,
I,
okay, go on. You. It's your turn. Go. All right,
go.
you.
Go say
Rebuttal.
what you were gonna say.
Rebuttal. Go. All right, you. What do you got to say to that?
That wasn't
Huh?
even
She
bad.
said
That
you're a
was like,
white bitch. What do you got to say to
shoot,
that?
the least eventful thing though. Like my favorite was how we missed our flight on the way to Myrtle. Not because we missed a flight, but because it was the most entertaining thing I think I've ever watched in public.
Yeah,
It
what did
was
I?
awesome.
So what happened before your flight?
Well,
You
so
you failed
we
to
got
show up
there.
14 days early for your flight is one of your first mistake.
It was my mistake. We showed up almost 2 hours early. I think it was like it was close to 2 hours early. So we were like, we got plenty of time. Like me and Michaela are those people who are like, we need to be prepared just in case. 2 hours early, pretty good, I would say. Unless other people can attest to that. I don't know if somebody else goes 3 or 4 hours early, but I felt like 2 was pretty good. So we already had to wake up at 1 a.m. to fucking get our shit together, leave, and get there whenever we needed to. So we're not very alive. We got coffee, did what we needed to do, whatever. I had a monster at like 1, then needed a coffee
It's the best time to have a
after we missed
monster.
our flight. But
1
so,
a.m.
yeah,
Monster.
well, we tried to go to Dunkin' on the way. Both of them, one of them was being renovated, so they were closed, and the other one on the way was fucking like it wasn't a 24-hour. So I was like, "Oh, okay. Whatever." So we didn't get coffee. We stopped at a gas station, ended up getting fucking Monster instead. Oh well. But so we went through check-in. That took like 20-ish minutes. Should take you less than that at this hour in the morning, I guess. But hour, so I thought. So
Not if people are
check-in.
actively trying not to do their job well.
Yeah, so that was the thing because you could see the difference at the airports that we went through as, how the workers are. Anyways, so we got in line, we did check in, we got the tags for our bags, they weighed it, we were all set. So then we have to go through security. This is after 20 minutes. We had, I think they said 250 to 300 people in front of us at the fucking TSA line. So, you know how they have all those ropes where you have to like zigzag through and wait? We were outside of those ropes. I could like touch another person at the check-in. It was like stupid long. And we already had somebody who was trying to rush us out of check-in. They're like, anybody on Myrtle? You guys on Myrtle? We need to get you out of here right now. So we ended up doing check-in with some other guy because check-in was already a line. We ended up cutting people because this guy was like, Myrtle Beach has got to go. So that's why we got through check-in
And
in
they
20,
couldn't even
25
wait like
minutes.
10 minutes for everybody to get on the plane, huh?
No, but if check-in was like, hey, we need to get Myrtle out of here, why wasn't there somebody at TSA who was like, hey, Myrtle's got to go, whatever? I don't know, whatever. So we waited like an hour or so in the TSA line. By the time we'd gotten through, our flight was supposed to have like final call at 5:45 or whatever. And so it was like 5:32 when we got to the gate. So we had to walk from one side of the airport to all the way to the other side for our flight. And we were like, fuck, okay. And then I literally looked at Michaela. I was like, should we run? And she's like, no, 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 you're good. You're good. Like, either we're going to make it or we're not. And like, if we run, then like we have time. Well, we thought. So whatever, we get there. Some guy's already over there, no shoes on. Grumpy man. Very grumpy man. We bumped into him at TSA and he was with 3 other guys and they were going to go to Myrtle for golfing. They had like those huge bags that they put all their clubs in. And the other 3 guys that he was with made it on the plane and he missed it. So it was 5:30 when the gates were closed. He was there slamming on the door, no shoes on. He didn't even care to put his shoes back on. He sprinted to TSA. Dirty, by the way. Your socks are, throw them away. Throw them away. So we get there. We're the second people there, and we're like, shit, did they close the doors? And he's like, nobody's over here. There are no employees over there. No, nobody. There was no last call in the intercom. There was no any call in the intercom. We were looking around like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, are we allowed to go in there? 2 people walk out, the employees, 2 Spirit employees. I'll throw that out there. And then people are running behind us. One girl comes over and they were like, I'm sorry, you guys are going to have to get on a flight for tomorrow if you're going to fly Spirit. This girl who was sprinting behind me threw up in the trash can. She was so overwhelmed. She puked in the trash can. And then another girl runs up and she was like, no, are you kidding me? And she's like freaking out. I was like, oh my God. So then she throws a fit like my little niece would throw a fit. And I was like, this is so funny.
Now,
Like, I'm upset that I missed
Spirit
my
left
flight.
how many minutes early? Did they shut everything down and say, let's move?
Well, so 5:30 they closed the doors. And our flight said like take off 5:45. So they closed 15 minutes early, right?
Well, if they're taking
Yeah.
off at 5:45, they have to be all shut down by then. So what was last call for them?
It
5:15?
I don't know, but it wasn't on the intercom. I don't remember. I have the tickets down here. But either way, half of the people who were supposed to be on this flight didn't make it because it took hours to get through TSA for some people. Like I think it was half of the plane didn't make it because there were still people running over after we had already found out that nothing was going to happen. This old guy's like, you need to open those doors. I need to be on that flight. Blah blah blah. Blah. And he's like, I'm sorry. Like the Spirit employee was like, I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do. The doors are already closed. We can't have the plane turn around. They're like, it hasn't even fucking left yet. They're screaming. Everyone is losing their mind. There's people talking to other people, talking shit in front of the Spirit employees. There's more people coming in. There were so many people who
That is,
missed that
what,
flight. I was
and what is preventing them from just opening the door back up, like taking 2 minutes? Is it fuel? Is it like that much fuel burning while it sits there idling? Like, what is the deal? Like, I'm curious.
I don't know. Maybe it's like because they have to pull
Email
that thing
us.
out the ramp to get to the airport.
distractingdisorderly@gmail.com. Right.
But
Email us.
I
Why
have
is
no
the plane
idea.
waiting? Why can't they just stop for a second and wait? Like, they don't. I can see if it was already taxiing down the runway, but it's still there sitting at the gate, and they're like, "Nah, door's shut." It's like,
Yeah,
why?
but they no employees. And then some guy comes over. He has a tag on his chest, and the old guy's like, "You work here?" And he goes, "I do." And he was like, "I'm on my way to whatever." And this guy's like, "Awesome. This flight needs to turn around." And he was like, "I'm sorry, sir, we can't do that. Thursdays are our busiest days of the week." Blah 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 blah. And I was like, "What the fuck?" So if this is the busiest days of the week, why weren't there more people working in TSA? You guys had shit closed down, and there's 250 people, and there were so many people who missed their flight. It was literally insane. I've never had that issue before. And I was like, all right, cool. So we ended up finding another flight with a layover. We got there way later than we were supposed to.
Oh,
And it was fine. Like we ended up making it. But the only reason we got our flight was because this nice, he was wearing all camo, all camouflage. He came over and he's like, hey guys, I don't know if this helps at all. I know it's kind of an extra expense, but there's another flight with a layover that goes to Myrtle, and it's today. So this was the only other flight that was flying out to
so
Myrtle.
a random guy in camo, like a drug dealer, came up and he was like, "Hey,
Well,
I
no,
know
he
about
missed the
this.
flight
I know
too.
about this other flight right now. We can take. Don't
No,
tell
he missed
anyone
the flight.
else."
He missed the flight too. So we ended up getting on the same plane as him. He was like, "Oh, awesome! You guys made it. Like that. Good for you. Like I'm glad you guys figured it out." Everybody else was kind of like chaos. Some girls puking, another girl's throwing a fit. Some guy's throwing his shit on the floor. The old man has no shoes on. He's like, "I'm gonna give your boss an earful at Spirit. Fuck you." Like so much has happened, and there was more people just being bystanders watching all this happen.
I
Just
don't
like
like
Kayla
ever
and I.
fly. I'm not gonna say I know anything about flying, but I do feel like I hear so many bad things about Spirit from people that do fly.
Well, it doesn't have a good reputation for a reason. I'd never had any problems with them up until this past vacation because I've flown Spirit before. It's cheaper and they have direct flights too. So it's like,
I would
why
still
not?
just love to know, like, why were the gates closed if that many people haven't made it? Right? You have a big empty plane, and you sold tickets. Two, if the plane didn't even move from the gate area yet, why can't you just open the door again for
I have no
five
idea.
minutes?
That's
What is it going to take?
that's what
five
everyone
to
was
eight
trying to
minutes
argue.
tops to get people on the plane?
But if they'd already started the fucking like the routine where they show you the safety, whatever, with the flight attendants, I don't know. I don't know. My only thought was they close the doors and they probably get people complaining every day. But this was like an excessive amount of people. I've never seen this many people miss a flight
Also, you
ever.
don't need to tell me about the buckling and the mask because if something goes down, that shit's all up in your face already anyway.
Yeah, honestly. And it gives you instructions on the seat. It says your fucking life vest is under your whatever. There's instructions in the pamphlets, whatever.
We're
But I
just
was
here to
like,
still explain some things to you that you may not know, but if you're
but
looking
also
for the
for going
user,
down in a plane, chances are I'm dead, bro. I'm dead. Anyways, but the camouflage guy came up to us and he was talking to us. He was really cool. He's really sweet.
he had
We
like
saw him at the
face
layover.
paint on and shit. Was he a
No,
hunter?
no,
Like, what the
in my
fuck?
face. No, he said that he was there
He
on
came
business.
up, his eyes were blacked out.
No, he said he was there on business and that his boss was in charge of his flight. So as soon as
What
he
was
missed a
his
flight, he had to tell
business?
his boss.
Skinning
He did,
bucks?
I don't know. I have no idea. He looked like he was in his pajamas like everybody else. It was stupid early in the
Killing's
morning.
my business.
It was stupid early in the
He's
morning.
got a
So
buck knife on his waist.
in the airport. Okay. Anyways, let
He
me
had
tell the
a
story.
fucking
So
crossbow.
I went up to him. Our layover was in Atlanta, and it was a really nice airport. It was pretty big. We had to take like a train to
Hey
get
to
to our side
you.
of the airport.
Hey to you.
So
Sorry.
so
What's
we
the name of
talked
that
with
airport?
What do you mean? I don't know. I could tell you, I
No, you
think.
don't have to. I was just curious. Go on.
Oh, so you don't care. Anyways, we talked to this guy. I went up to him. And I was like, "Hey, sorry to bother you, dude, but like thank you for letting us know about that flight because we were just in shock. There was a lot happening. It was really chaotic
And
being
it
in the
turned out
area
you
of all
were
the
talking to a
people."
bush.
So we talked to the guy and he was like, "Yeah, no problem, man, blah blah." He had a very heavy southern accent, so we ended up getting into like the tunnel that you have to go through to get onto the plane.
Sorry
And
to
he was
sneak
like,
up on you guys, but
"No, you ass." He
there's
missed a
another
flight
flight you can
too.
take. There's another flight.
He wasn't just telling me and Michaela, he was telling like the group, like, "Hey guys, not sure if you care, but there's this alternative because Spirit was only offering next day at like 2 p.m.
Just follow the mud trail coming off my boots.
Are
I'll
you
bring you
done,
right to where
Christopher? Nobody cares.
the.
So we ended up following this guy. He was really nice. He was like, "Hope you guys enjoy it. There's so much to do out here, blah blah. Like, this is my hometown." He was really nice. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." He's like, "You guys are from Massachusetts, yeah?" And we were both like looked at each other like, "Yeah."
You're
He
like,
goes, "You
yeah,
can
dog.
tell." California.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
He was like, "Oh, you could
You
tell." He
should have
goes,
been
"But
like, oh
everyone down there is
no,
real nice."
oh no, Wisconsin, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
How is
Those
it?
are my stories though,
Oh
since
no,
Chris has.
Wisconsin. No, they're good stories. They're good
You
stories.
sound bored.
No, I just think it's funny that a guy in camo rolled up. He's like, I know about another flight.
He didn't roll up. He missed
I
his
saw
flight.
it from my tree stand with my nose.
Okay.
He's like, if we ride these two emus, we can make it.
I should have left that detail out. It wasn't that important. It was just that
That's the best part of the story, that a guy in camo just rolled up.
he was the sweetest person. You're making him sound weird.
I don't think he was weird at all.
You were like, "Oh, pulled up with his mud boots and his fucking."
Follow the
Yeah, that's
mud
weird.
tracks if you want to know where the good flight is.
No, yeah,
Y'all.
that sounds creepy. Stop making him sound like that. He was
What
a
is he
really sweet
wearing?
man.
Combat boots?
I don't know what he was wearing on his feet. We were panicking.
If he was in
I don't
camo and
care.
then you look down, he's in airwalks.
No.
Hey,
Stop talking. Stop. What was so interesting about your week?
nothing at
Please.
all. Absolutely nothing.
Because you're a boring ass bitch.
Nothing. I do a lot of regular person stuff. My girl had a little craft fair situation. She got to set up a table,
I do
sell some paints
regular
and stuff.
stuff.
I had
Yeah,
Chipotle. That was a good part. I ate good all weekend. I'm not gonna lie. I ate good.
I ate
Um,
good.
that's a highlight. When you eat good, have you ever? Yeah, you have actually. I mean, you pooped your butt. You pooped your butt. You pooped your pants when you had the curry. But I went to that place and got the curry tofu, and it was
I did
so
not poop my
fucking good.
pants. I made it
So
to a toilet.
fucking good. You had to switch to an all brown wardrobe.
What are you making things up for? Is this for a skit that I'm not
Yeah.
aware of? Is this
It's a
is this
bit.
a bit?
It's a bit. It's a bit of a bit, if you know.
Even though Chris isn't gonna edit anything now that
Eddie.
I'm back. So
We're messing up words left and right. I'm like, boo.
I have a reason
He's like,
and you don't.
he's gonna.
Chris is gonna stop editing videos for the podcast now that I'm back, so I'll have to find bits. So
We are professionals.
you posted the most on social media that you've ever posted when I was gone because I yelled at you before I left.
She did have a stern talking to with me. I was very defensive at first, but I know. Fucking fix your face. I was defensive at.
At first, continue.
That's
I'll
my
let you
Robert De
continue.
Niro face. She was very defensive at first. Wait, I gotta stop smoking before the show.
You're fucking high, bro.
I
Chill.
know, this is so
No,
good.
don't chill.
No,
Wake up.
No, I'm awake.
Nah, I'm chill,
Look at
man.
me.
I'm so chill, bro.
Fucking dude.
Yeah, but it's creepy when you do that.
Huh?
Can you finish the sentence? Your ADHD is all over the fucking place.
What was I talking about?
How you got defensive.
About the social media? Yeah. It's okay though. I did a little better over the weekend. It helped. It helped that I was making music with the buds. The fucking Garage Jam. Go check it out. It's on Spotify. Our little project is called Seen It All. The song is called See You Next Fall. It's out there. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, all the other stuff.
Not quite.
You can get it on Instagram. You can get it on TikTok. Yeah, it's out there. Good times. Good times. I'm just happy we'll have Novitle back for the stream Thursday.
I bet it was super boring without me because I'm the life of the party.
It was terrible. No, actually, it wasn't bad. We had a good time. Pop Dukes joined us, and he was fun. And we just had a fun old time. Don't forget to come check us out at Novitle. CKRiffs on Twitch every Thursday.
I didn't post anything while I was on vacation because it was my vacation, so that meant vacation. I'll leave it at that.
Yes. Yes. No contact with the inside world. But we have one more episode that's gonna come out. It's gonna be the beginning of November, but it's our last.
Do we want to say that?
No, no. I'm talking about our last October episode. We got a bad movie series next week. We're gonna do our bad movie series.
Why are we telling them about something that's going to happen when they want to hear about what's happening in this episode?
What do you mean?
You're so high.
Listen.
Listen. What do you mean, bro? I'm on a different level than you.
I'm on other fucking planes of existence.
Planets?
Could you see the dimensions do this? And sometimes they touch, and that's when you can to the other side.
Is anybody else following this?
You should. You should follow this. Yeah, I suck. I don't have any good stories for you now that I think about it. No good stories.
So many nails this vacation.
I don't see anything fun. You know what I did see yesterday morning, though? I love seeing
like
people yell at each other at like drive-throughs. And I did. I got to see it. Like I was coming out of Dunkin' and I see a buddy of mine. He's like, yo. So I run over. I'm like, hey, what's up, dude? And then I hear this guy. He's like, the fucking line is over there. The line is over there. And I was like, what the hell? And I look over and it's some old dude hanging out of his pickup truck window. He's like, what the fuck you getting in over here? The line is back there. And he's getting all pissed. And I'm like, I look at my buddy. I'm like, this got good. And then the lady's like, I'm just pulling it over here. I'm pulling it. So she like pulled in halfway into the line, did a U-turn, got into the freaking line. And they were just yelling for like 5 minutes. So I was late to work that morning. But
old people have nothing better to do with their lives. It's like it's crazy to me. Not
don't
fun.
have time to argue with you out my car window to have nothing happen in the end anyway.
I don't think I've ever done that because it's not worth it. Like I'm never gonna see you again. Get mad.
What's gonna change?
Get mad. Nothing. Literally nothing's changing.
Yeah.
You're still gonna get your coffee. You're still gonna be in your car. You're not gonna fucking get out and do anything about it. So chill, relax,
nothing will
take
come
your
of
fucking
it.
pills.
Nothing will
People
come of
are
it.
so. That's a big difference too. I'm gonna bring this up. Everyone down south was like sick nice, and it was refreshing for a couple days. But then I was like, is everyone where I live just that mean all the time?
We're known
or
as
is
being the assholes of the fucking country.
yeah, but
And I'm not going to
I
use the term from Massachusetts because I don't like that word. For some reason, I just
is
don't
it just
like
New
it.
England? We're just
It's
mean
the
up north.
Northeast, New York, Connecticut, Mass. Like we're all assholes.
Yeah, but like
impatient assholes.
everybody else around the world just lives different on every like west, central, south. Everybody is just way nicer. Why did we grow up?
They're not nicer.
That way.
It's just a different culture. If anything, they're worse because you don't know who actually fucking likes you because everyone likes you. That's one of the problems, and I'm not gonna shit on the South for it, but in the South, 10 people are being extra nice to you. Fucking, they don't all like you like that. Like up here, at least someone will be a dick to you.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean like customer service was on a different level.
I got shit on when I was in the South. They called me out. You just
had a bad experience because everybody else says that it's way nicer and everybody else was right. I went to so many restaurants down there.
I want to know, like, how many people have been down south and got attitude as soon as they opened their mouth because they knew immediately you were from like the Northeast, and that's happened to me a few times.
No, that's why would no. That's a different.
Distractingdisorderly@gmail.com.
Can I speak? The fucking guy, you need to shush. So when I was down there, I was there with a friend who lives there now. She's lived there for like 4 or 5 years, whatever. And I went down with my other friend. We're all from up north. So we went to so many different restaurants, sitting in, eating out. Like we had a bunch of different types of restaurants that we went to. None of them did I have any bad experiences.
Yeah, but I don't call where you went the South. No offense, South people, but
What?
like
No,
I
I'm
was in
just
Georgia
saying.
when I got shit on, so
I'm just saying in general, it wasn't the Northeast. Like you said, not the Northeast. I went to Myrtle. You don't have to consider it the South. Whatever the fuck. It was still not New England. So the customer service that there a food chain down there that we have up here, those people were just overall nicer and
yeah.
overall like the service was
What food chain is
way
this?
better. Well, one of them. Chick-fil-A,
They're so nice up
way
here.
they're I know, but that's what I mean. They were sickly nice down south, like to a whole nother level. And then like people would check in on you. I don't know. Anyways, so we went to a couple of different restaurants. I remember the name of Blueberries. Blueberries over the top. So nice. And by the way, it's gorgeous. We sat outside because it's like an indoor outdoor, but it's like open. So it's not like you can see the people sitting outdoors and vice versa.
Right.
We sat outside. There was a fountain. All of the people around us were so nice. Like there's nobody fucking bitching at the any of the service, whatever, nothing like that. Nobody's complaining about their food. Nobody's asking for extra shit or changing shit. Like just the aura is different than sitting at a restaurant up here, I guess. And maybe, like I said, I got lucky, but I went to multiple restaurants and this one was just very nice. The lady comes over. She is not from down south. She has like a Russian accent or something, like very heavy. Like I got like a coconut something margarita and she said like
Margarita.
margarita margarita.
Some of your
Anyways,
some of your accent came out there.
I can't believe I hate when that happens. Let me just
Just give me two
preface
margaritas,
that.
margaritas, you know.
Okay, we eliminate that accent, throw it away. Bye. Anyways, so we're sitting there. She has a Russian accent, and instead of saying coconut, she said it like
Coconut.
co, I don't even know how she had
It's
said
a
it. It was just
coconut.
I felt bad because it was
Coconut.
loud because the fountain was next to us already, so it was a little hard to hear her because we like it was a huge water fountain, and I was like, I'm sorry, can you please repeat that? And it's not because I didn't understand her accent. I genuinely couldn't hear her. She said it again, and I was like, oh, no, I'm all set. I didn't want coconut rum. I just wanted white rum. I was like, no, thank you. So that was fine. But she was so, 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 so sweet. Would check in. She was like, oh, I got your hush puppies, and like everything's good. And because Michaela had ordered blueberry hush puppies, and they were actually wicked good, but everything down south is fried. All of it is
Yeah, it's
fried. Everything
everything's
is
yeah,
fried.
battered and
So,
fried, baby.
yeah, so they were amazing. And they had like this jam that they came out with, and then a huge slab of butter on the side. I was like, we don't need that. I'm going to use the jam.
I'm gonna have
But,
the butt Rhea.
uh, 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 I can't even imagine. Nope, no thanks. So we ate that. She came over. She was like, "Oh, how is everything?" Like, "Oh, I." She stopped Michaela and was like, "I absolutely love your nails. How are the sparkles? Like, is it this way? Like, how do they? Can I see them?" And Michaela was like, "Oh yeah, no problem." Like, put her nails down. She did that. She was like, "You guys look so lovely on this outing, and like, you guys were awesome to serve. Like, thank you so much." And I know servers have to go over the top anyways, but this was a different over the top,
Right.
and so nice. She would check in like at the perfect time. Almost a little too much though. And that's only something that we would probably complain about because we're northerners and we're like, why are you coming over here so often? But like she was doing her job. And like she was the sweetest person ever. And it was like that everywhere. Like people if I sneeze in public, so many people were like, bless you. Like have a good day. Bless you. I hope you feel better. And I was like, I just have
Stupid
allergies.
Northeast bitch as they walk away.
I don't care. What I mean is like they're
No, I
surface
know.
nice. I know
I
that
know.
there are people who are like, oh, that girl, oh, you're so pretty. She's fat. You know, like there are just things that people they're surface nice. Everyone was over the top surface nice. So nice. And I was like, I feel like I'm the meanest person alive after visiting this place. Like that I'm a bad person after seeing how
No.
people are. I was
No.
like, oh my God. And I've always been
We
good to
have
servers because I worked as a server for like 7 years.
higher
So
educational grades up here. All that good stuff, you know.
We just have all the nice schools, Ivy League schools. It's fine. Yeah, but the thing is though is that like why is the Northeast so much more? Is it because of the traffic? Because we have so much traffic, people are like, "Fuck you! I have places to be." Like, what is it? Like, what is the difference? Because they have
I
so
don't
much
know.
traffic down there too. It's touristy.
It's just more impatient. Everyone's got to be somewhere.
Nobody in the South has. You know what I mean though? Like, why? Why is that?
They did. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. It's like Connecticut. Driving in Connecticut's the worst.
Well, Connecticut is the state the out of all the 50 states, they're the worst drivers. We looked it up before. Connecticut is known for
It
accidents.
is
I literally somebody
scary.
hit me and
It
ran
is
off in Connecticut.
scary. Branching off to 84 through Hartford. Those people do not care about life. They don't care about life. Just they
They're
don't.
like that
They
guardrail. It's
don't.
soft today. You're fine.
They don't. They don't care about nothing. They're just like, yeah, I'll die. I'll die to get home early. And I'm like, that's not how it
Like
works.
that's
You can't get home
terrifying.
early if you're dead.
You can't do that.
I say this every time. I'm like, I'm like, you know what? You go ahead. I don't care. Go ahead. I don't have to be first. This isn't a race. You know, people are fucking psychopaths. But
I've
I
had
don't know.
all of
I
my
don't know what the
accidents in
difference is.
Connecticut though, and none of them were my fault. Well, I had 2 accidents. I say all of them like it was a
Let us know,
handful.
listeners. What is the difference? Why are we so impatient? Like, we're impatient assholes up in the Northeast. Like, distractedsorely@gmail.com. Why? Why are we? What's the deal?
Is it
Is
because our ancestors were mean and we all just like developed it with from growing up with mean people?
We're
But
not
why were
used to
they mean?
taking shit up here, you know? This is where the revolution started, technically.
Yeah, but
All that good
nobody
stuff.
starts shit either in other places. They're just like, "Oh, you know what? My bad. I got it." Like, don't even worry. The other person's like, "No, no, me." And I'm like,
Yeah, but
"One of you fucking pick."
I get a
And
lot of
I
that
get so
though. I
mad.
get a lot of that treatment up here though. I don't usually have like
There
weird
there are good
altercations.
people, but as a whole, we're mean. We're not nice. As a whole down there, I'm sure that there are mean individuals, but
I
as
know
a
that's like the
whole, they're all
difference.
considered
You
very
go
nice.
somewhere else and like someone you make eye contact with someone and they're like, "How are you?" And then you be up here and you make eye contact. They're like, "The fuck you looking at?" You're like,
No, exactly. That's the difference though. Like down south, if I
that
was
never
looking
happens to me
at you,
though. That doesn't happen that
it's
often.
happened to me
It's where you.
multiple
It's your
occasions.
location,
Okay, but we're still in New England.
if you want to call that New England.
Or people like look down so that they don't make eye contact with anybody up here. And then down south, everyone's like, "Hi, how are you? Oh, you're so sweet. You look so nice." Like completely different.
And I'm
I
like,
was I was a little
bye.
I was a little overwhelmed, overstimulated by the amount of nice people down there at first, which sounds so bad just because they were just being nice. But I was a little like, "Thank you. Yeah, ugh." Like you could tell, like the flight to Myrtle. I don't know if it was people who lived there who were on the flight. Everyone was so nice. The flight into Boston was like the Karen was on the plane and fucking freaked out on everybody and caused a huge scene. I was like, eh. And then the girl was like, "I'm not taking your shit. I have to get a bus ride home." And I was like, "Well, we're back home now, so not surprised."
Such is life. Such is life.
So weird. And I know I'm a mean, I wouldn't say blunt. I'm very forward, honest. Sometimes I guess I can be mean when I need to, but I'm not usually a mean person. It was just overwhelming kindness and I didn't know how to take it. I was like, do you always wake up happy as a peach?" Because I wake up and my whole body hurts and I'm mad for the first hour.
I'm not mad.
I wake up and I'm like,
I'm not usually
"Coffee. Give
mad.
me a coffee."
I'm more like, yeah.
Yeah, coffee. Don't talk to me
I
until I
might
drink my coffee.
honestly, ever since went plant based and stuff, I like wake up and I'm hungry immediately. And I'm not like always hungry. Like, oh, people that eat like that are always. It's like I'm not
You're
always hungry.
hangry.
No, no, not even like that. Like for some reason, if I wake up, like for my first thing I'm thinking is like, kind of want something to eat. Like I don't know why. I gotta start having stuff like cereal in the house. I need some cereal, and I can't eat it all. Like if I had cereal, I'd go downstairs. What time are we doing this? 10:02 at night. I would go downstairs and probably eat 2 bowls of cereal if I had some. That's my problem with cereal.
My dad said the same thing.
Yeah, I love cereal.
I don't I mean, I used to eat a lot of cereal as a kid, and
Yeah,
there are some bomb ass cereals. Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
yeah, that's why I got the buns.
cinnamon honeycombs, so good. Because then the milk when you drink it after tastes like honey, like sweet milk. You know, you don't like it as
I
much.
love all of it. Reese's Puffs were so good, but
I used to
you,
like them until I didn't
yeah,
like chocolate.
just stupid, like not good for you good. But I still love things like Raisin Bran. I used to love Special K. Sprinkle some sugar on some Special K. So
No,
good.
I liked it with the strawberries, no sugar. Just
No,
get the vanilla almond milk.
this is before they put stuff in it. It was just regular Special K, nothing
Yeah, it
else.
was it was just plain flakes. It wasn't
Yeah.
sweet, but you
This is when they didn't give a shit about kids. They were like, the cereal is called Kellogg's 19, and it was a red box with like a 19 on it. And you're like, the
what was
fuck is
the
that?
candy that Runts. They had a cereal that was like the texture of Runts, and my dad bought it and he used to eat it. It was disgusting.
Their
It was
runts are
so
hard.
good. Yeah, no, they got imagine them in milk too.
Grape nut,
Like
was it grape nuts?
those were good. I liked grape nuts. Yeah, I like those a lot.
I tried them once, and I was like, I it felt like I just took a bunch of gravel and put it in my mouth.
I liked grape nuts. The
Grape
crunchiness with like
nuts.
the milk was good. I don't know.
Fucking honey bunches of oats. Like, now I want
I
cereal.
what was the crunchy? It had like almonds and granola and the flakes. Um, do you know what I'm talking about? The cereal?
Yes, I can't remember. Isn't it honey bunches of oats? Like another version of that? Didn't they make
Oh,
another
yeah,
version?
you're right. You're right. It is. I thought it was crunchy something.
Raisin Bran. What was it? Raisin Bran. The clusters.
Raisin bran was so nasty because the raisins in it.
Clusters.
I
Fuck
just
you.
can't do this. The milk and
Fuck you for
wrinkly,
that.
the
Yo,
wrinkly.
for some reason, I don't know if they still do. They made Rice Krispies treats cereal. You
Oh,
ever
the
have
right.
that?
Yeah, they still do. Snap, crackle, pop.
No, Rice Krispies cereal, but I'm talking treats. Like, it was broken up chunks of Rice Krispie treats, and it was the
That
cereal.
sounds too
It
much.
was amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
I liked Captain Crunch. It cut the top of my mouth, but I loved it. I didn't care. I loved Captain Crunch. That one was great. Um, I
Crunch
don't know what my
berries,
favorite cereal is
cocoa
though. Cinnamon.
pebbles,
Oh, graham cracker. The graham fucking so
golden
good.
grams,
Golden grams.
golden
So good.
grams.
I loved golden grams.
I
It left a weird aftertaste in your mouth and I liked it.
just like, my favorite shit, cinnamon toast crunch or like raisin bran. Those are my two.
Raisin bran is wild to me that you
I
like.
love raisin bran. It's not wild. You know how long
That's
that cereal's
wild.
been around for so long. People love it. And then they made the clusters version, and you want all the fucking clusters in your face.
I'd rather die.
That is that's a fucking drastic.
I don't care. I'd rather die than
The
eat. Fuck,
son's like, 2 scoops in every box, and you're like, kill
kill
me.
me. Yeah, because raisins are nasty. Like, I don't know what it is about what is it like freeze dried fucking fruits or whatever,
I
whatever the fuck
love
it's called,
raisins and
dehydrated.
cranberries and all that stuff. Love it. Love
The
it.
only one that I've gotten behind is strawberries and mango. Everything else is wrinkly and gross, and I can't. I
Mm,
cannot.
you're missing
I'm like
out.
that. No, I would force myself to eat raisins. So when I was in school, they had an after school program where like the kids who were staying after school for extracurriculars. They had a snack program, and you would sit in
Oh,
line.
so you just hang out and have snacks?
No, you get a snack and then you go to study hall or you go to I was in charge of, or I was in key club. I was the representative in middle school. I was also like I had all these crazy extracurriculars that I brought study hall back to my school. Like I was such a tryhard, okay? So I needed the after school snack because I was there until 6 o'clock some days because I also did sports. So I only had until 3 o'clock to get all my extracurriculars done um for like academics, and then
Yeah.
athletics was from 3 to 5:30, 6 o'clock. So I was busy, and I needed the snack. They had raisin, the raisins, the box of raisins that were like the red box, the nasty
Sun
bullshit.
made.
And like you wanted to be one of the first
You
people to
pull the
get there
whole
once the
cluster
bell
out and you
rang.
just
Ugh. So You wanted to be the first
Love
one
it.
of the first few kids there when the bell rang. It was like 2:05 that we got out of school, and you'd run to the cafeteria because once the good snacks were gone, they were gone. They weren't replenishing them. So there were so many times that I had a class that was on the other side of the building and I had to eat raisins. And I would
She's like
like,
raisins.
ugh. Because usually they had like crackers or I don't know. They had a bunch of weird stuff. They had like granola bars and the Nature Valley granola bars and whatever else. But
Ooh, Nutrigrain.
raisins,
Those Nutrigrain bars, the soft ones,
Nutrigrain.
they're like a
No,
fig
but the
Newton,
Nature
but it's
Valley
different.
that broke your
Crunchy
fucking
ones.
teeth. Oh, they were so
I
good
don't
though.
mind those either.
I like those. I don't mind breaking a tooth. My teeth are fucked anyways, so
That peanut butter banana Cliff Bar though. Oof.
we didn't have Cliff Bars. We
No,
didn't
I'm just
we
saying
had
I want
Cliff
one
Bars.
now.
We had a bunch of random shit. I don't even know. It was
Oh
good.
my god. We should wrap this episode up. I feel like it's been long enough. I'm gonna fall
You didn't
asleep
tell
sitting
us
here
enough
any
about
longer.
you. I talked most of the time.
No, it's fine. This is a good episode. This is Kayla's back from vacation.
Yeah, you're welcome. We still didn't miss the episode. We just did it late for you guys, but we recorded late.
Don't forget to catch us streaming
You know what
Thursdays.
I missed the most while I was on vacation? Guess. There's two things. The most that I missed.
I don't know. Fortnite? You miss video
Video
games.
games.
Anime.
You know what? Actually, there's three because that's got to be up there. Because these people that my friend that I'm visiting with can sleep with the TV off, and I cannot without any sound. I was not sleeping very well. I was like, I'm crazy.
I need to
I could
drown out
not
the
sleep
screams in
silent.
my head, guys. Can you turn
I
something
literally, I
on?
was like, ah! But anyway, I sleep with my TV on. I have to have the background noise, and it has to be a comfort show. So I already know what happens, so they won't stay up to watch what happens. So when I fall asleep, it has to be something I've already watched, so that I don't stay up because my ADHD won't let me sleep if I don't know what's happening and I'm intrigued. So I put something on that I already know what's gonna happen, so I could be like, I know this part. I'll fall asleep because I can say the words in my head while I'm
You
sleeping.
know, it's probably good that my flare ups are during the day. So by this time of night, I'm like, hey. And then
Flare ups. No, it's an all around the clock bullshit, okay? Because if I sleep with people are like, just put a fan on, that'll help. No, you want to know why? Because if one of the fans is like misaligned, I start counting when
you're waiting for the.
it rotates. I'll count how many whoops fucking goes by. It's not cool.
Yeah,
So
my brain
nope.
does that too, though. I pick out certain things. I've definitely got out of bed multiple times to fix little things.
So anyway, yeah. So that my TV because my TV was on in the background, and then I miss all four seasons. I cannot. I love that we have four
The
seasons.
weather
I'm
has
so
been
appreciative.
gorgeous.
I wake up. I want to see my breath. I
Gorgeous.
want to see the trees, and I want to be cold. I don't want to be fucking too hot. I don't like it.
The
It is
weather
not the
has
time
been
of the year.
gorgeous here in New England.
That's what I miss the most. I appreciate New England more
Come check
than
out them leaves. The locals love it when you guys travel from everywhere to check out the leaves. Don't forget to go peeping. You know we got the best places in the country to do it. You know, North Central Mass, the Berkshires. You can go from there, but you ain't going to do any better than probably the Berkshires for leaf peeping. But stay out of some of them towns. It get a little dirty out there. But yeah, don't forget Thursday stream at Novitle, CKRiffs. We'll be on there. We'll be on there.
Twitch on
Distracting
Twitch.
Disorderly. Yeah, Twitch. Distracting Disorderly at gmail.com. Hit us up. Let
Oh,
us know what's up.
and maybe TikTok. I might be going live on TikTok, so
Yeah,
stay
we're
tuned.
gonna work that. We got a special episode coming up. We're planning a live episode. We're still nailing down a date. But we're planning a live episode, so we're still gonna record it, but it's also gonna be
Unreliable
streamed.
bitches, if you're
It's
listening to this.
probably maybe one probably is. The other one don't give a fuck. And the other one's just like, I'm doing all the
I also
cool
haven't
shit.
met these people, so
That's all right. You're gonna love them. You're gonna love them.
hopefully.
But we're nailing down a day for that. So be on the lookout. Also, we also appreciate everyone's support. Anything else to say? You got anything left for the listeners?
Somebody email us because Chris's life is boring. He clearly has plenty of time to do something entertaining and bring a story to the podcast. So
I'm just my brain is inundated with a million things. I'm in a new band. I'm working on music. I'm learning music.
yeah,
I'm
why
doing
don't you
stuff at
fucking talk to people
home.
about any of this?
What do you mean?
You're in a new band.
Yeah, but nothing's ready yet. Nothing's ready yet. We have a show December
Okay,
2nd, but nothing
alright.
is ready yet. So we're gonna be
What?
doubling down. We're gonna be
Tell
doubling
them
down.
where.
No, I'm not ready for that yet. But we're gonna be doubling down and doing our thing, and hopefully we'll have a new song recorded soon. It's in the works.
All the nails that I broke while I was on vacation.
With that being said, thank you as always for listening, watching, liking, subscribing, sharing, telling your friends. You want us to talk about something, let us know. We'll do a whole episode around it. You just tell us.
Even if we don't know, we'll make it up.
We're good at doing that sometimes. All right,
We
good
can wing it.
folks. It's Friday. If
I
it's
can wing
morning,
it.
good morning. If it's the middle of the night, ma. I know you
Ma,
watch this at like 2 or 3 a.m. Good morning.
Deborah.
If you're listening to this at night, good evening. If you're at school, the fuck you listening to us for? We're fucking too old for you. Say goodnight, Kayla.
18 plus podcast, guys. My actually, I'll let my watch do it. This says bedtime reminder if it's never gonna
Fucking her
focus.
wrist just telling her to go to bed.
Bye.